Yes, hi, my name is Robin Whiteley. I'm a rehabilitation specialist with the Blind and Visually Impaired Center in Pacific Grove, California. We serve all of Monterey County. We go as far south as King City and as far north as Prudale and Castroville. We serve anyone who has any vision problems whatsoever. If you have the beginnings of, say, cataracts or macular degeneration and you're still driving but have difficulty, say, reading or handling your banking account, we have a low vision clinic, and the low vision clinic helps anybody who needs any kind of device to be able to see better. We have simple things such as handheld magnifiers to more complicated things such as reading machines, which will enlarge the print 40 to 50 times. We also have computer technology. We have 3 types of software, and the newest software is called a guide, which operates on almost drop-down boxes, so you can operate the computer by using the arrow keys, enter, and escape. It is a very simple system to be able to use, and anyone, even people who are totally blind, can operate the computer. With this system, not only can you do documents and letters, you can get your email, write emails, you can go on to internet news feeds and internet music, and it opens up the whole new world of computers for anyone who's interested in that. We have a mobility instructor who works with people, and mobility is simply getting from point A to point B. She helps people with getting around their neighborhood if they're new to the area. She helps people use public bus and also use the ride system. The mobility instructor will work with you in your own neighborhood. Maybe it's a younger person going to school, orient them to the college campus, a person who's going to work, orienting them to their new work environment. We have a social worker case manager who helps them with community services that are available and assess them in getting set up with community services on an as-need basis. We also have the low vision clinic, and then my job as a rehabilitation specialist is I work with people in their homes. When I go to their homes, I help them if they have difficulty telling time, dialing a telephone, any type of thing that they have difficulty in their home. There's usually a technique or a product that will help them with that. I also can mark appliances. I can mark the microwave, the thermostat, remote controls, washers, and dryers. And by marking them, I mean you put a tactile mark, usually using contrast, a black on white or white on black, or a bright orange color is a good color for contrast. And so they can feel the markings on the stove or the oven, and makes it much, much easier for them to continue doing the things that they want to be able to do in their homes. I also am a diabetic educator, but I only work with people who are visually impaired and have diabetes. And there are many devices that make handling your diabetes much, much easier. For instance, there's a talking glucometer, which is very simple and very inexpensive to operate. And it just prompts you on what to do and then reads you your blood sugar reading. We also have a talking blood pressure cuff, which again prompts you on what to do and then also tells you your blood pressure reading. Almost anything can now have a computer chip in that talks. For instance, we have talking watches, talking clocks, talking scales. A lot of times people who have heart conditions need to take their weight every day per doctor's instruction. And so a talking scale is very helpful for them to maintain their health also. The low vision clinic is open to anyone in our community, or even people in Santa Cruz counties can also come to the low vision clinic. The procedure is simply there's a packet of paperwork that needs to be filled out, and then we get a current eye report from your doctor, and set you up with an appointment. The examination is covered by Medicare, and it's a wonderful examination to find just the right low vision device for you to have. There are 13 million people in the United States that are visually impaired. 90% of those people have good usable sight. And if you have any sight whatsoever, you can be helped with contrast, making things larger, making things appear larger, and with low vision aids. So a person who's having any trouble reading, we can help you with. And the biggest problem for older people is a condition called macular degeneration. And what that does is it affects the central vision of the eyes, which makes it very difficult for reading and for writing. However, people still can walk around, they can dress themselves, cook, do almost all other functions. Well, just reading and writing become very difficult. And that's why low vision aids and techniques and products that we have will make their life much, much easier. Our whole goal is independence and helping people to be independent and remain in their home. This November we have a country store, and it is again a fundraiser for our center. It's a lot of fun. We have music, entertainment, silent auctions, and it's just a fun day. It's the first Saturday in November. We have many different types of devices. One of the things that's very exciting about the center is that we do have quite a bit of new technology. And we have several different types of machines that are called readers. They look very much like a copier machine. You lift the lid, you lay something that you would like to read down on the glass, close the lid, and press the button. It scans the material and then reads aloud to you your reading material. The guide that I was talking about, the computer software, also has a scanner reader attached to that. So you can use a combination scanner and printer, and you can read your mail. You can lift the lid, put your mail in there, close it, and then using the guide, scan the material, and then the guide reads it to you. Those are wonderful for people who maybe have to rely on someone to come to their home and read their mail, find out how much they owe PG&E, and really gives them a greater sense of independence, too, to be able to read your own mail.
Yeah.
Do their own banking, too. A lot of times people hear about us from other people who are taking part of our service. A lot of referrals come from eye doctors who, once they've treated medically the medical condition of the eye, then refer people to come here for additional services. But a person can refer themselves if they happen to see this and are interested in any of the things that I've mentioned. All you have to do is call, and we'll return your phone call and get you set up with taking part. The majority of our services, we are a private, non-profit organization, and the majority of our services are of no charge. The only charge is the low vision clinic and seeing the doctor. There's a charge for that, but again, Medicare and Medi-Cal do cover up a big percentage of those visits on that.
Great.
So anyone, if you have a family member, you have a mother or father, you can call and find out more about what we offer. And most of the time what we do is we work with people in their homes. We go to their homes, sit down with them, find out what difficulties they're having, and then what we can do to help.